What is going on, my good people? It's been a while. And yeah, what's going on, you guys? It's your girl Tendai, the Hair Whisperer, and I'm here once again live with you on the Natural Hair Mag Facebook page. We're talking texture talk live. And tonight, it's all about you. It's all about you. I want to know what you have going on in your natural hair world, what you have going on in your world, period. And yeah, let's just share. Let's talk. I want to answer some questions for you guys. As you see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I did color my hair a little bit. Got a little color going on here. And I'm loving it. I'm loving my color. Look, we could talk about color. We could talk about your lack thereof. You know, there's something important I want to talk to you guys about when it comes to color, because a lot of people miss this. A lot of people don't actually acknowledge the fact that some of you are allergic to color. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some ups, some downs. But before we do all that, make sure you got your water. I got this big old thing of water today. Big thing of water today. And I'm going to toss this back. You need to drink your water, ladies and gentlemen. Drink your water. Get your water. But also let me know where you're tuning in from. What city are you guys tuning in from? Let me know so that I can show you all some love. And also type in "My natural is my natural." That's how we do it around here on the Natural Hair Mag Facebook page, Texture Talk Live with the Hair Whisperer Tendai. What's going on, everybody? I am so glad to be back here. So glad. I want to make sure that I'm able to see your comments here. So somebody just type in hello. I want to make sure that I'm able to see what you guys have going on, because it's not showing me anything right now. And I want to know, I do see viewers, but if you say hello, I'll know if you're here or not. Or do I need to do something else? They started some other things as far as chatting with my guests and all that. But either way it goes, I want to make sure that we have a phenomenal show. So I'm going to say hi. You guys say hi, okay? And if this does not work, then that means that I have to change some things around. Either way it goes, we want to talk about texture. What city are you tuning in from? And also type in "My natural is my." There we go. My natural is my natural from Raleigh, North Carolina. What's going on? I was about to say, what is happening around here? Please don't switch this up on me tonight, because I don't have time. Hello, hi, Clyde Francis. Is Clyde T. Francis? I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, I see your last name, Francis. Hello. Sharon Johnson. Hello, my natural is my natural. Denver, Colorado is in the building. Thank you so much for doing that for me. I appreciate it. But I want to show you guys. Denver, Colorado is in the building. Who else is in the building? We've got Raleigh, North Carolina for sure. My girl, Kizzy Wickham. She's on here too. My natural is my natural. Hey, my brother, Leonardo Price. What's going on? That's my dude. Who else we got on here? We've got tuning in from Houston, Texas. My natural is my natural. Hello, Miss T. Hello. How are you, Miss Justice? My natural is my natural. Eleanor Haggins. My natural is my natural from Florida. Arkansas is in the building. What's going on? My natural is my natural from Arkansas. Very nice to have you all here. This is going to be an amazing show. So we're going to talk about some things tonight. If you have questions for me, the way Texture Talk works, shout them out. A lot of times I have different subjects that I talk about, but a lot of times I just want to get on here and answer your questions. And it's all about you all tonight. It's all about you. So you have time. We're on here for the next 30 minutes or so, and we're gonna hit it hard. So I'm gonna tell you guys, Orange, Texas, I didn't forget about you. Hey girl. Vivian Floor, very nice to have you here. So let's get right into it. First of all, push share this video. Share this video. Rhoda Ferguson, girl, I cut my hair a while ago. It's growing back now. You see this? I got hair that's like literally grow. I cut it like 3 times. And but now I think I'm gonna just, I don't know if I want to let it grow. I'm having a good time. Y'all see this? Let me show y'all something. I am having a good time with my short hair. Thank you so much, dear heart. She said, I'm loving your hair. I just throw my little shades on. What? Y'all catch that profile? Ta-da, how you like me now? No, I'm going to tell you something. Literally, when I cut my hair off, my goal was to start working out more. I don't know what it is about short hair and working out. I don't know if that's a mental thing with me, that when I cut my hair, I want to start working out more. So I started my C2 5K. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's an app on your phone that you can download, which is Couch to, I often say couch to potato, but that's not it. It's couch to 5K, couch potato to 5K. That's what it's supposed to stand for, C to 5K. And it's an app that allows you to be able to work your way up to a 5K gradually. I did it before. The first time I did it, you start off in these increments where you're walking and then they ask you to run, and literally like 30 seconds. You're like running 30 seconds and then it stops. And it literally makes you feel like, oh, I can do this. But before you know it, you're running like 5-10 minutes, over time. But it's a great, great app. So download that app and get into it and get your water, ladies. Let's turn this up. But share that video. If you're just joining us, type in where you're tuning in from and type in my natural is my natural. I do see some questions on here and some comments. Sharon Johnson, she says, you better work. Well, nice. She said, nice. Thank you so much. Linda Wiggins said, you better work. I'm working, honey, work. And we have a question here. What to use on babies? Jennifer J. Hodges. So Jennifer, I have an amazing product called Whisper Whip Hydration. Whisper Whip Hydration is a phenomenal product to use not only on adults, but on babies. But the way that you use it is you have to put it on dry hair. There's a lot of people who just purchase product and they really just stay into the mindset of what they've been doing before. They feel like, oh, I've got it. I know what to do with it. But in reality, you don't know what to do with the products and you just use them like you've traditionally been using. So we have to change our mindsets to understand how to use products for curly hair. And a lot of the problem with the way we use products is that we've been using it the way that's traditionally done on naturally straight hair. Okay, try this out the gate. Apply your Whisper Whip on dry hair, no water. Put it on your dry hair, run it through, and watch your curls really start to form. Now, on your babies, it's going to be a gentle cleanser for your baby so that the hair can be nice and hydrated and moisturized as well. Whisper Whip is thebomb.com. Thank you so much, Linda Wiggins. The name of that app is C25K. I'm going to show you guys the app on my phone. It is the bomb. I'm telling you guys. What I'm working on something actually. I'm working on putting together a run walk. It's going to be a texture walk run. All right. You're going to be able to walk or run, but it's up to you. But what I want you guys to do is get moving this summer. Download the C25K app and literally start to just work your way on to being able to do more than what you used to do. Everybody's at different points, and it's all about that natural hair journey, all about that self-discovery journey, your healthy journey, just being healthy in general. So I'm going to show you the app. This is the app on my phone. So I have all of my apps. As you can see, my workout apps. I have my Pandora, which is the very first one. Can you guys see that? Then I have my abs workout. C25K is right next to that, right there. Okay. And there's some other apps on there too, but C25K, you touched, that was the abs app. But when you touch on the C25K app, what you're going to see is Zen Labs Fitness come up first. And then you're going to see some motivation. It says, in health, there is freedom. Health is the first of all liberties. In health, there is freedom. Health is the first of all liberties. I guess so, because if you're sick, you can't do much, So yeah, little stuff like that. And then it has like these little the days. It has the different days that you run. So I started here, and it goes down 3 days a week to where I am now. And literally, I'm on week 3, day 3. So when you touch on that, you can start using that app to walk, run, put your music on, and go for it, guys. Let's get moving. Who's with me? Come on with me. Join me on this. And thank you so much, Linda Wiggins, for posting that. She actually shared that. It's the C25K app. Do that. So yes, C25K, download that app. And if you guys want to join me on my run walk here in St. Louis, the texture run walk, please do. As a matter of fact, maybe we'll just shoot down to where you guys are and spread the love and do a texture talk in your city too. I'm working on a texture talk tour as well. So stay tuned. That's what all of this is about, this transformation. We're going to be fine, fit, and flawless together. And yes, indeed. So one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about is the fact that many people are allergic to hair color. Um, just as much as we are staying away from relaxers and we are keeping our hair natural and trying to go natural and understand what your texture does and just be more aware, just as sure as you're doing that, what you really want to do is understand what your body does. How many of you all can honestly say you've ever had a patch test done before you've gotten color put on your hair? And for those of you who are not familiar with what a patch test is, a patch test is what's supposed to take place before color is applied to your hair. Okay, so I'm drinking my water. So a patch test, you would take, well, your stylist or you would use the color. Once they mix the color, a professional is going to put a little quarter size amount of the color itself 24 hours before you get the color. So don't go in the day of. You should come in 24 hours before, get a patch test right here on your arm, in the fold of your arm, and right behind your ear. Okay, in the fold of your arm and right behind your ear. You're supposed to wear that dot in those two places for 24 hours. 24 hours. If you do not have that done and you break out and you actually have an allergic reaction, it could be deadly to you. And I'm just telling you that your throat can swell up. So many things can happen to you by not getting that patch test done. And if you're allergic to color, you know, it could be a really, really bad situation for you. Now, I want to say this. There's times you want to do this patch test a lot, you know, more often than not. Like if you're wearing color already, you're fine. But you want to do it in the event that your stylist may change up the brand of color they're using, or they may change up the color combination or something. It could be a lot of different factors. But also, your hormone levels change as you're taking medication. Your hormones levels change. Your hormone levels will change as you get older. There's things that can happen that can cause you to, first of all, not be, you know, at first you're not allergic to color, but then later on you end up being allergic to color. This is something that is really, really, you know, this is really, really important for you guys to know. You have to know this because it could mean your life, literally. So that's one thing. But on top of that, with color, you don't want to get color if you've had a relaxer put on your hair as well. And I'm talking about that because it looks like the trend is leaning towards people putting relaxers on their hair. A lot of people are getting, you know, have tried natural, and then they're like, oh my God, I'm going back to my relaxer. And they think that that's the fix all. Now, let me just say this. If you're one of those people who were natural, or you are natural and you're getting tired of your natural, keep this in mind. All right, a relaxer is not the fix all. As a licensed cosmetologist, I've been doing this for over 30 years, working with products. And, you know, I gave relaxers once upon a time, but I stopped. And the main thing that you really, really need to know and keep in mind when you're thinking about getting a relaxer is that the hair that's relaxed, everything that relaxer touches is no longer healthy. There's no such thing as a healthy relaxer. I don't care how they flip the script. If your bonds are being broken and it's now straightened permanently, which is why they call it a perm, if they're straightened permanently, there's no going back to your curl pattern with those strands. Your new growth has to grow back out again. So you're going to start back over. You start that whole cycle over of hair breakage and hair weakness and all of that. So it's kind of funny to me, you know, because I watch, you know, people are going to do what they do, but I watch some of the videos and the people are like, okay, I'm putting this relaxer on this virgin hair and you know, and they got all this beautiful virgin hair that's growing out, and they relax it and they're like, see, and they're showing all this. That is a moment in time, people. Give them 3, 4, 5 months. Give them about a year and watch what starts happening. Your hair is going to start going right back to where it was because your hair was not designed to be in that state. All right. That's liquid Drano in a creamy form being applied to your hair to now straighten your hair so that it's relaxed. So it's weakened at that point. So it's going to break off and you start the cycle. Now, if you don't mind starting the cycle over, go ahead, do what you do. If you don't mind having fibroid tumors, go ahead, do what you do. You know, if you don't mind that hair breakage and the weakness and the hair shedding and all that stuff going on, and you start that cycle over again, go ahead, do what you do. But more than anything, understand that it's not a healthy situation for you. And putting color on top of relaxer, oh baby, no, you talking about a problem. Okay. Stacy, oh my God, how are you? We just talked about the brand Salon Virtuosity Brown. Yes. How are you? Girl, I miss you. I was just in Chicago. Like, well, I'll stop talking to you guys. But yeah, I was just in Chicago. I like totally miss you. So we need to hook up. What's going on? It's been a minute. Hope everything's going good in your world. My natural is my natural from North Carolina. Yes, indeed. So let's get into some other things. We talked about this water thing, right? And well, first of all, do you guys have any questions for me? I'll pause for a minute and sip on my water. It's a big old water bottle. If that doesn't tell y'all need to drink some water, watch this. It's like 3D. Sheila Prude, she said, I'm going to actually share this one. Sheila Prude, this is a good one. She said, so perms grow fibroids in Black women? Okay, so let's look at it this way. There are studies that have been shown that link relaxers to fibroid tumors. Black women are 85% of the women in the world that make up the population that have fibroid tumors. Who gets relaxers? The study was actually done by a white woman, actually, which is crazy. She was a gynecologist, and she said that she noticed that her clients, for some reason, were coming in. The Black women had fibroid tumors. I've actually had gynecologists who tell me, for some reason, Black women have these fibroid tumors, and this was a while back before they knew this. But for some reason, fibroid tumors were growing more so in Black women, but we really don't know why. Well, hello. We're the only ones who get the relaxers. And when that's happening, the sodium hydroxide, which is the same thing as liquid Drano, okay, it breaks down your hair, does what it's going to do, but it also goes into your bloodstream. It travels through your body, and for some reason, it pushes out through our uteruses. A lot of people go in, they get the hysterectomies, and the hysterectomy doesn't solve anything if you continue to get relaxers. The fibroids, the tumors, those cells are going to go into another part of your body, which shows up in your breasts. A lot of time it's breast cancer, or it shows up in other kinds of ways. So it's not just about a style. This going natural is about a lifestyle. It's about changing your life and trying to get yourself, in a better state. So that's what we want to try to make better choices. When you know better, you do better. So going natural, let me say this. If there was a way to straighten our hair from time to time, this is no hate against straightening hair, because I can silk press some stuff, okay? No problem, silk pressing hair. But if it was a healthy way to relax hair, this would not even be a conversation for anyone. But it's a problem because, it's a problem because we have a lot of other issues that are going on with it. I gave my last relaxer probably back in 2012, and I vowed I would never give them again. So it had more to do, it had more to do with just understanding what is going to work best for our hair and understanding texture. So I see a few different comments coming up here, so we're going to talk about them. I had fibroids since I was 20, now 57, and now had a total hysterectomy because they grew the size. I can't see it. Because they grew the size of my uterus. Now I'm natural. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And my thing, is I want people to be aware. You have to make better choices. Let's see. When I started going natural, I would have the worst headaches. Why was that? That's very interesting. Now, I had a woman tell me today that her scalp was very sore. Her strands were like super thick, and as they pushed through her head, for some reason, it was just always sore. But what I tell people is a lot of times that soreness comes from stress. When you're stressed out, your scalp gets really tight, and it makes it, kind of painful. So Viola Sage says not all doctors are updated with new research. This is true. Just like a lot of hairstylists are not updated with modern techniques. A lot of people don't want to learn anything else. They feel like, oh, I'm not going to learn anything else. I'm going to stay right where I am and not do anything else. It's the truth. It's the truth. All right, so let's go on down for a few more. She's not an alarmist. What does that mean? Okay, I guess I got to keep reading. I had fibroids since I was 29, I read that one. Okay, I'm going to stop watching this now. She's an alarmist. In the gazillion years of hairstyling for Black women or professional hairstylists, not to mention people who have allergies, I have never heard of this. I know vegans who have gotten fibroids, who have had dreads. Black and white women, Italian and Greek, get relaxers. Relaxers do not go into your bloodstream. This woman's alarmist. Have a good day. Oh, okay. Well, keep doing what you do, Miss Cougar. I'm just telling you what you. Matter of fact, look it up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. I have no reason to alarm anybody, but I will tell you the truth, though. Truth does set you free, and it's scary too. But anyhow, and actually, I'm not offended by that. I'm actually kind of like, that's cool. I'm glad that you stopped by and that you have an opinion. But the reality is, in my time of watching people doing these relaxers, okay, in my time of actually doing these relaxers, let me clear this off my screen for a second. In my time of doing these relaxers, I've seen so many things take place, including on my mother's hair. I know what it feels like on my scalp. It doesn't feel good. There are lots of women, and notice I said there are 85, that Black women make up 85% of women who have fibroid tumors. 85%. So the other women that you're talking about, these are women who have been eating improperly, eating foods, because food actually causes problems, fibroids too. It feeds it. Okay, it feeds it. So it's just at an alarming rate, the relaxers have been linked to fibroid tumors. I have no reason to, tell you anything that's false. I'm telling you what's out there. I'm telling you what's real. In my time of doing relaxers and actually getting relaxers, yeah, I've seen a whole lot. And there's other hairstylists that will tell you the same thing. It's not safe. And I don't care how, mad you get. Hey, if you feel like that's what you need to do, do them. But I'm just going to tell you right here on Natural Hair Mag on the Texture Talk, we're going to talk about it for real because it's not safe. It's not safe. There's no such thing as a safe relaxer, physically or internally or externally. Externally, I've seen the damage that it does to your hair. Internally, we're talking about now the damage that it does to your body. So that's what it is. This is a good one. Okay, so let's keep on going. I want to see what else we have on here. Hashtag truth. Yes, y'all type in hashtag truth because I have no reason to lie to y'all. And plus, I don't make no money doing this. So it's not putting money in my pocket. But what I will tell you is that it can make a better scenario for you in general. In general. Okay. Hashtag truth. My natural is my natural from St. Louis County. Hey, girl, been natural for 10 years now, and I'm loving being me again. Awesome, Dana Butler. And my natural is my natural. It's a beautiful thing. It says, oh, you cut your hair. I did. I actually cut my hair live. It was kind of crazy. The fact of the matter, this is Stacy Donnell Lee. She says, the fact of the matter is that there are many studies that show how products cause so much disease. Just take a little more time to research for yourself. Don't take anyone's word for it. There you go. Don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. I will tell you this, the hair care industry, the relaxer industry declined so much that they had to try to find ways for us to start getting the relaxers again. See, they didn't understand that getting the relaxers, it was more so about us falling in love with our natural DNA produced hair. Our DNA actually produces this hair. And for so long, the straight hair rules would apply. And it was just like, hey, your hair's not enough. It's not good enough unless you straighten it and all these other things. That's only one itty bitty segment of it. But on top of that, in order to follow this look, we're putting poison into our bodies. That's not cool. Not cool. Any way you slice it, it's not cool. And then you have kitty perms, people who putting relaxers on kids' hair that are on babies. These babies have beautiful hair. And if you just let it grow out, it will be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So hashtag truth. Yes. Shout out to all the ladies who, like I said, who have gone natural, who considering going natural. If you have not gone natural, it's something to think about. You know, I'm not here to tell you guys anything except for what I know, what I know. And the things that I don't know, I learn, you know. Here we go. This is Leisha Bradford. She said, I had fibroids. I permed my hair for years. I totally agree. Proof is in the pudding, you know. Crystal Garrett says, to know better is to do better. Leave the cream and crack alone. Yes. Grow your edges. Make yourself happy, you know. Thank you for teaching. You're right, Yvonne Washington Nash. No problem. Thank you so much for watching. Alicia, I'm so real. I almost call you Immoral Higgins. Alicia, I'm so real Higgins says, just cut my hair off 6 weeks ago. What can I use to soften it up? You know, Alicia, that whisper, there's a video on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is the Hair Whisperer Tendai, the Hair Whisperer Tendai. And I'll go ahead and type that in so you guys can see it. But on my YouTube channel, I have tons of videos on there that shows how to apply Whisper Whip hydration. Now, there's tons of products on the market, but Whisper Whip is my favorite. It's not because it's just mine, well, you know, but it is my favorite product to use because it literally brings out the hydration levels and the curl patterns in anybody's texture, 4C included. So it has, thank you, Stacey Lee Donnell. She says Whisper Whip. She knows. And she's a licensed cosmetologist also in Chicago. So if you're in the Chicago area, look her up, look her up. All right, question. Is it okay to silk press your hair weekly? The way you spell weekly is exactly my reply. It's going to be weekly. Your hair is going to be super weak. But listen, it depends on how you're doing it. Now, that is a totally different subject. I do have videos on that, how to silk press your hair. This is the other thing. For the people that's so hell-bent on using relaxers, you can straighten your hair without relaxers. I'm not telling you don't straighten it. I'm telling you don't use a chemical liquid Drano in creamy form to relax your hair. Don't do that. Sodium hydroxide, don't do it. But anyway, you can straighten your hair, but what I will say is that you have to do it in heat intervals. What happens with straightening, the process, let's talk about that whole process of straightening your hair. All right. Step by step. Heat. The way that it's applied to our natural hair causes a problem. Our hair has these bonds in it, okay? You have these disulfide bonds and these different bonds, but I'm just going to say bonds for the sake of chemical bonds and physical bonds. Think of it that way. Our physical bonds are what's changed when we actually straighten our hair with heat and things like that. That's making a physical change. Chemically, when you straighten your hair, the chemical bonds are what's changed and broken and sealed that way. That's what causes a permanent change in those strands of hair. Now, we're going to go to the physical side with actually going in and silk pressing your hair. The way that heat damage is caused, okay, here, listen up, people. The way heat damage is caused is by using heat intervals too often, too soon. Okay, and I mean that in one sitting. So for example, I have a client that comes in, they have natural hair, their hair is out to here. When you stretch, this is just shrinkage. And then when you stretch it, it's like down to here. And I'm like, I want to see my hair silk press out for the first time. Okay, so let's walk through the process of silk pressing your hair. First thing you're going to do, you're going to go through a person who's not really aware. They're going to shampoo the hair, you know, brush the hair out, shampoo the hair, get it all, you know, cleansed or whatever. And then they rinse it out using warm or hot water. The hotter the water is, those bonds in your hair are going to start to come apart like this, which is why when you, you know, sit up from the bowl from conditioning and all that, the hair is kind of loose and it's wavy and things like that because the bonds are a little bit looser and the hair is wet and it's relaxed, right? So you got the hot water, rinsing that out. And then from there, you condition the hair. You use hot water to rinse that out again. Still kind of pulled apart, but your hair is still nice and springy, you know, good condition. From there, a lot of people go in, use a deep conditioning treatment. They may get up under a dryer. So now you've got heat to take it a little bit further apart. That heat is actually now making the hair just kind of a little bit looser and pliable and soft and all that stuff. Feels amazing. You rinse it out with hot water again. Still that hair, still loose. Bonds are still apart. All right. So from there, you go to, let's say a stylist may say, I'm going to mold you. So they'll put you, you know, all this stuff in your hair. I'm just saying what could happen. Okay. all the stuff in your hair, and then they put you, mold it down and put you under the dryer again with these wraps. So you sit under the dryer while you're waiting for the stylist to get finished with their 15 other clients, and then they go over to work on them. Then they come back and get you after being sit under the dryer for a while. Remember, your hair is already now bonds loose, but now if I'm sitting under a hot dryer, they're looser. So now they take you, brush it all out, okay? Hair's bonds are looser. And now they take a blow dryer and start to blow dry your hair, which pulls your bonds further apart like this. From there, they get a flat iron, which is heated up to 400 degrees, okay, 450 degrees. So now you're pulled up here. See, think about this. Hair burns really, really easily. It burns. So you're up past, way past 150 degrees, 200. You add that all on top of each other. And so now you're well up into 600 degrees of heat that you've applied to your hair in one sitting. You flat iron it out. The hair is kind of, just straight, bouncy and things. But over a period of time, you start to rinse it out. You rinse your hair out and, you go back to curly, but now the curls patterns are weak. All right. Think about those bonds like a rubber band. The more you use a rubber band, over and over again, the rubber band starts to get loose. Now, if you pull it and you pull it too far, the rubber band will actually snap and you won't be able to get any kind of use out of that rubber band again. Same thing goes, that same idea you can apply to your hair. So my point is, be gentle with the way that you're applying heat. Allow your hair to cool down. It's really good to use a cold shot of water once you go in and you condition your hair. You use the warm water, but use that cold water right behind it. Let the hair just kind of cool down and seal. Towel dry, let it sit. Blow dry it using stretching techniques, not so much of the comb and brush and pulling. You're just going to be gentle with your hair and allow your hair to stretch out with your straightening over time. And don't be afraid of that good old wrap either. Once you get it straightened, wrap that hair around to preserve it. That'll help to keep it straighter a little bit longer. So I hope that answers your question. As far as doing it too many times, I guess in a nutshell, that means, don't overheat your hair and you'll be fine. Does that make sense? All right, so let's see. I kept the straightening going with the perm because I grew up with the hot comb. Honestly, I wonder why my mom would put a hot comb in my hair. I have a nice texture of hair. I discovered my hair is straight, curly, and wavy after the big chop. I love my natural hair. I do too. I think it's just a journey of self-discovery. And it's a beautiful journey. It really, some people, when my hair gets to a certain length, I prefer to wear it straight sometimes because my hair, I noticed that my hair is thinner. So I tend to wear mine a little straighter. Let's see what other questions we have on here. We got a hot topic tonight, boy. Woo! All right. Ruth Cordon. She says, hello, Ruth Cordon. What city are you tuning in from? And also type in my natural is my natural. For those of you who don't know what that means, get your water first off. My natural is my natural means your DNA, or my DNA, your DNA produces what it produces, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly beautiful. That's what it means. My natural is my natural. So, hey, don't argue with me. I didn't give it to you. All right. Sheila Cruz says, I have 4C hair and it's so dry. Need help. Baby and tangles. Need help, baby. And tangles so much help. Please. Yes. I'm telling you, what city are you in? What city are you in? I'm actually going to be in this weekend. I'll be in Kansas City. So anybody in Kansas City, I'll be at the Just for Her event in Kansas City, Overland Park. So come on out, come see me. We'll be working on hair, have products and all kinds of stuff. Hello, G from Houston. Hi, G Davis. Very nice to see you. And type in my natural is my natural. Good night. What products to use to thicken curly hair? To thicken it? What do you mean, like to make it fuller? Tell me what you mean. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Ah, she made my armpit sweat. Where'd she go? Felice Clavicle Anderson. I got on deodorant though. Yeah. Love Whisper Whip. Thank you so much. What is the name of the color you have on your hair? Well, my hair color is Redken. It's Redken. And I went with a level 4A, which is a 4 ash color. Let me tell you guys a cool trick about figuring out what color works well in your hair. And I try to explain this to people and they don't get it. But if you look in your iris, in the eye, your eye color, like in the light, you can see the colors or imagine the colors that will work for you. So say for instance, you look in someone's eyes and you may see little strands of brown or red, or you see, I'm not talking about bloodshot eye red. I'm talking about the dark part of your eye, the iris. You look in there and you can see colors, and that's how I figure out what colors work best on me, different people. And in that family, you can go from the darkest to the lightest. See, I'm an artist also, so that could be a part of what it is with me seeing these different colors. But try it. Take your friend out to the light and look at their eyes and say, you would look good with honey blonde, because I can see it in your eyeballs. Thank you so much. G. Davis says, I love your hair color. Thank you. Your hair and the color. Thank you so much. My natural is my natural. Dana Butler. You guys have been totally amazing tonight. My website, and yes, I do ship to Canada, Keisha Tucker. I'm also on Amazon. So you guys can get products from me on Amazon as well. But my website is, and actually, I'm going to post it when we get off here. So just check back in here. I'm going to post my website on here, and you guys can use a coupon code NHM, the coupon code NHM for Natural Hair Mag, and that'll give you a good percentage off of your purchase. Okay. So this is my website. Let me put that up here. It is healthyhair.solutions. Show. There you go. Healthyhair.solutions. So she wants her hair fuller. You want your hair fuller. Do me a favor. When we get off of here, inbox me a picture of your hair. I want to take a look at it so I can give you the right ideas, because there are things that can actually make your strands fatter. But are you talking about your scalp not producing more hair strands? Or yeah, because if that's the case, it may be an issue with your hair follicles being clogged, or maybe scar tissue. I'm not sure, but I would just need to see that in order to really give you a good answer. So looks like we got a few more things on My Natural is My Natural from Virginia. I did my second big chop right after you did yours, Loving the Freedom. Yes, I remember seeing your picture. It was so dope. I like to know how to regrow edges. I've worn braids for years. Ooh. Well, Sharon Johnson, there are a couple of things that we're going to have to consider. If you've worn braids for years and you've been pulling your hair back, it could be a tension thing, meaning that the hair was snatched from the hair follicle. And if that's the case, a lot of times scar tissue grows in that place. And I'm saying a lot of times scar tissue grows in that place. However, my niece, there's a product on the market called Rebud, R-E-B-U-D. If you go on Facebook, just type in Rebud, you'll see it, R-E-B-U-D. She does ship, but this is ointment that she has that you can put in those areas. And it's been helping a lot of people. I can't guarantee you if there's scar tissue that it's going to work, but I can tell you it's worth a try. I mean, what do you have to lose? Try it. You might like it. It might work for you. And if it does, go for it. That's so the website again is Healthy Hair .solutions. And so I'm going to type in her Rebud thingy here. Well, it's not letting me do it. It's R-E-B-U-D. See any comments on here? Any other comments I need to check out? Someone said, really? I didn't think it was possible, but it is. Please contact me. I will, Stacy. We should definitely talk. My Natural is My Natural from West Palm Beach. Yes. And I will contact you. My Natural is My Natural. Do you ship to Norway? I can. Ain't nothing but a thing. Inbox me, and we can definitely get product to you. Go on my website, let me know what you want, and then send me a message inbox, and then we can get it shipped to you. You're very welcome. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Aquarius? Yeah, Aquarius. Ramona Johnson, really? I didn't think it was possible to make your hair thicker. Well, if you have hair follicles that are not active, then for sure. It is definitely possible to make your hair thicker, you know. But if your hair strands themselves are just fine and you don't have that many hair strands, well, you know, not much I can do with that, you know. I like to know how to regrow edges. I've worn braids for years, so we talked about that already. Meanwhile, you guys, I've actually gone over my time. It's 7:40, but I had a good time. I'm glad you guys tuned in tonight. I want to show you guys some pictures. So this is a event that I have coming up. It's Texture Talk. This is Texture Talk, which is going to be taking place right here in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. It is on June 30th, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing event. It's with featuring myself, the hair whisperer Tendai, also Chi McDonald. She's a fabulous natural hairstylist, and Tamika Steigers, who is a loctician. She specializes in sister locks. So she'll be able to give you guys the ins and outs about going to get sister locks and taking care of them. They're beautiful, by the way. Oh my God. Very, very good. So great information. Tickets are $30. And we're actually giving away scholarships to some people who are going to cosmetology school. So yay, excited about that. We'd really appreciate you guys' support in that manner. So get your tickets on Eventbrite if you plan on coming. Would love to have you here. Love to, yeah. All right. My natural is my natural from Atlanta. I have thin edges for years and tried everything. Even dermatologists don't know what to do. I know it's crazy. Like I said, give the rebut a try. There's some things that we talk about. You know, it's just one of those things that you have to just really keep on working at. I'm not a trichologist. I'm not a person who understands. Well, I understand hair, but I don't the scalp and skin and all that. You might want to try talking to a trichologist because they could tell you what's really going on with your scalp. I've been thinking about going to do that too. This is so informative, and I'm taking notes. Thanks, my sister, for what you do. You're very welcome, Dana Butler. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sick of my natural. It's been 6 years. My hair sheds a lot, and I have hair in my sink and floor every day. I'm about to go back to a relaxer. Oh, well, you know what? This is what I want you to do. I wish you were in my area because I think I could really, really help you. But Dewan, I will tell you this. You're not the first person who's felt that way, and you won't be the last. It won't be the first time that, you know, people have felt this way. You guys have to understand that the natural hair journey, natural hair itself, as far as people going natural and rocking their afros and stuff, it has been around a long time. But as far as people embracing their texture and really styling it and knowing what to do with it and when, all of that is fairly new. You guys are literally you're a part of a whole educational, I would say our race is being educated by our movements, like by us getting in and learning trial and error, finding out what's been. I mean, you got to understand, for how long was it not even legal for us to wear our natural hair? So at this point, there's a lot of information that we're learning through trying and actually touching our own hair and discovering, like, wait a minute. I mean, there are hairstylists who are professional hairstylists that don't know what to do with our texture. That tells you right there that this is a journey. We are literally learning every single day, which is why texture talks like this are so important. It's important for people to be just as bold about telling you that you're beautiful, your natural is beautiful, just as bold as the people who are telling us that, you know, you can relax your hair if you feel like it. Well, yeah, you can. But everything that's going to come along with that, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Is it worth it? So I'm not telling you don't do it. I'm just telling you know how to get back to it. And you know, people have been doing a lot of things wearing different, like she said, I wear wigs sometimes, different looks for different looks, but the wigs are hot. Girl, I know, hot as heck. Yes, hot. I don't know how people do it. It's about to get hotter too, summertime, so I get it. But Don't give up on your natural. Let's see what we can do with your natural. Where are you, Dewana McIntyre? Where are you? Because I travel a lot. I'm around in different cities all the time. I probably need to post where I'm going more often, and I will do that so that we can meet up and let's see if we can get your hair doing something differently. Because a lot of times, what I've noticed, people have all this gorgeous hair on their head and they have it covered up and just matted, and what kills me is when they take their whatever, like the bonnet or whatever they have off, and they look at me like this. They'll say, "All right, you ready for this?" Nah, what? They'll look at me like, "Now what you gonna do with this?" Listen, there is no head of hair at this point in my life that's gonna scare me. There's no head of hair that's gonna scare me. There's some messed up scalps that will scare me. I'll be like, can't touch that. You know what I'm saying? But there are some heads of hair, no head of hair I'm afraid of at this point, because I've seen the quote unquote quote worst of the worst. It's not worse, it's not bad. None of it's bad. Any hair that grows is good. All hair that grows is good. You know what I'm saying? If your hair is Wakanda forever, it's good if it's growing out of your scalp. Okay. So at this point, there's nothing that can tell me that you can't, that it cannot be beautiful and fixed. It's just that we have to follow curly hair rules. And tonight, I can't give you all of that information, but if you go back and look at some of my shows, we talk about how to style 4C hair, how to style 3C. What is 4C and 3C hair? Because a lot of people are just throwing this stuff out there as if 4C means bad hair. That's not what 4C means. 4C has everything to do with the shape of your strand of hair and how thick one strand of your hair is. You may be a 4A. You may be 4B. You may be a 3C. You may be 3A. You may be closer to 3 than you realize. You may be a combination of a couple of things, but you have to even know what that means in order to identify where you are. Frustrating natural hair journeys. Yes, I totally agree with you. It's frustrating. But it's frustrating because we didn't have the information. Anything you don't know, there's a learning curve. There's a learning curve in anything. And so this is another one of those things. As long as you wake up every day, you have hair, if you have to just go like this and say, well, at least I got hair. All right. And then what am I going to do to figure this out now? That's the part I have to empower you with. That's what I want to help you all with. And that's what I'm here for. Okay. We're going to keep this thing going. We're going to keep on learning about it. Get your Whisper Whip ladies. Download your C25K app. Get your water. And let's do this thing. It's a lot to it. What I love to see is women who go natural, and they were just like, oh my God, I thought I could never do it. Then they do it. They're the ones who are like, oh yeah, you can do this. Let me tell you what I did. And so we start sharing information, and it becomes this whole big sisterhood of people sharing information and little bitty aha moments that we're all getting excited about. Like, oh yeah, we can. Oh yeah, you can. Have you tried this? This works. I mean, for the longest time, I had never tried Jamaican black castor oil. People kept telling me about it, but that stuff is good, and it works really good with Whisper Whip hydration as a leave-in. I put the Whisper Whip in, and then I put the Jamaican black castor oil in it to blend it. It keeps that hair so soft. Coupling it up with Eco Styler gel with olive oil. I've used that with the Whisper Whip and the Jamaican black castor oil. It's been a fantastic combination for me. So yes. G Davis, she says, my natural is my natural with love. Yes, my natural is my natural. In New York, I have a psoriasis in my scalp. Do you know of this? Psoriasis in my scalp. Yes, I do. It is really difficult when people have psoriasis in their scalp. But I will tell you that Whisper Whip has been changing the game for a lot of people. We'll talk about why it does it. It's no sulfate in it at all. But what it is that you're cleansing your hair with a conditioner-based type of product. So it'll lather just a little bit, won't lather up a whole lot, but it will give you the control and the softness of your hair. There's so many things. I go on and on and on about this product. But like I said, I have very limited time tonight. And I appreciate you guys tuning in for as long as you have. I drink plenty of water. I may need porosity control. DeJuan, like I said, tune in to me next week. I do have to leave now, but I'm so glad you guys tuned in. We'll be right back here next week on the Natural Hair Mag Facebook page. I want to share some other pictures. This is my dear cousin Angie Mae. She took a leap of faith and got herself some yes, there you go. What she said, argan oil is really good for psoriasis and eczema. Yes, it is. And we have that. So check out our website. Angie Mae, shout out to you for jumping in and getting some faux locks done by me. But she is, you know, really, really not the person who jumps off and does things differently, but she tried something different. And I'm just so proud of her. Yes, indeed. Also, men, get your hydration products. Happy Father's Day to all the different men out there who are using the Healthier Solutions products as well. And this young man has his bag. So shout out to you. These are some of our products. Check out our oils. They are amazing as well. So we just will definitely want to send a shout out. I'm your girl Tendai, the hair whisperer. Check me out, like I said, in Kansas City, Overland Park this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Overland Park Convention Center. I'll be there. Healthy Hair Solutions, all the products. I want to see you guys in the building. If you have family there, tell them to come on out and join me. Or if you want to make an appointment to come see me at my salon, you can do that as well. I would love to see you there, spending time with me in the salon. We can get your hair done and, hey, talk all kinds of texture, okay? We can talk all kinds of texture. Meanwhile, thank you guys so much. Stacy, it's been great talking to you. And I'm going to reach out to you so we can talk. And no problem. Thank you from Barbados. Hey, Barbados. I got family there. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Texture Talk. You guys are wonderful and have a wonderful, amazing night. Be safe, everybody, and talk to you guys next week. Ta-ta.